this video, we will provide a current status update on the Roundup cancer litigation as of the fall of 2022. Roundup was the most popular weed killer product in the world until about 7 years ago, when it was discovered that chronic exposure to the active ingredient in Roundup could cause certain types of cancer. This discovery was followed by a tidal wave of Roundup cancer lawsuits that were consolidated into a class action MDL in California. Monsanto and its corporate successor, Bayer, had aggressively defended the Roundup claims, but after the first few test trials resulted in massive plaintiff verdicts, Bayer was essentially forced to give in and ultimately set aside $16 billion to settle pending and future Roundup claims. At the peak of the Roundup litigation, there were an estimated 120,000 cases pending in both federal and state courts across the country. By the start of 2021, it was being widely reported that Bayer had settled about 80% of these cases for an average payout of around $175,000 per case. By the summer of 2021, however, Bayer abruptly halted any further Roundup settlements as it pursued an appeal to the Supreme Court that could have ended any further Roundup lawsuits. Earlier this year, the Supreme Court declined to even hear Bayer's appeal, ending any long-shot hope of bringing the Roundup litigation to an end. Since then, Bayer has been continuing to settle strong Roundup cases across the country while taking weaker cases to trial. At the end of 2022, Roundup with glyphosate will be taken off the market and replaced by a new non-glyphosate version. Meanwhile, however, former users of the original Roundup, who have been recently diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, can still bring Roundup lawsuits and get compensation. The latency period for NHL is very long, so Bayer will likely be defending new Roundup lawsuits for the next decade. Our firm is currently accepting new Roundup cases. If you regularly used Roundup for a long time period and you have been diagnosed with lymphoma or skin cancer in the last 3 years, call our office today.